Hi folks, okay, so with this lesson we're going to have a look at Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks, one of my favourite pop songs of all time. So let's have a look at it. It's got some great guitar parts in. For some of you it might be a little bit more challenging. We're going to be using a fair bit of D minor, shock and awe, okay? D minor. You can play it like this or like this. Okay, so that's the note there on the B string at the 3rd fret, using either your 3rd finger or your pinky. Whatever helps you do that stretch, make that work. I sometimes flip between depending on what I'm doing. You're also going to need the dreaded F chord, okay? Now we've looked at how you can get around the F chord before, we've looked at some different ways you can play it, and you can use any of those here in Sunny Afternoon, okay? You'll probably see me doing this 5-string version, which is quite comfortable for me to play here on the acoustic, and it's usually alongside a C chord. Makes a nice change. Those two shapes are fairly similar on the left hand. Okay, but you might like to go for just the middle 4 strings. If you can't get that E string to ring out, if you can't get that bar working with the other fingers, that sounds great, just those middle 4. You might go for just these 3, the E shape that's moved along. You might go for these 3. That's like a C, but these 2 fingers, 3rd and 4th, move down. Again, makes a nice little change there. Okay, or perhaps you'll go for this 4-string one. Lots of different options, okay, so choose one that works for you. So I'm going to show you the single note picking part first for the intro. It's a descending line, starts here at the 5th fret on the A string. Okay, you're going to play that twice and move down, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. Then we're going to go open, over to the E string for the 3rd fret, 2nd, 1st even, and then open. Okay, so 5, 3, 2, 1, open, 3, 1, open. Okay, that's the descending part you hear at the start of the tune. In a little bit we'll look at the chords that go behind that as well. It's essentially D minor and A, okay? But at the start of that, or when it pops back up in the song, you might like to just play those single notes. Sounds really good. So that's the first bit, nice and easy. Moving on to the verse there, let me just pull this up on my screen. I'll try and get it right for you. Starting off on D minor, okay? So not messing about on this one, straight in with that D minor, okay? So we've got something like this. Sequence there then, D minor for 1 bar. Strumming pattern that we're mostly sticking to throughout this is 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it's got a bit of that swing to it, a little bit of that bounce, okay? So it's not 1, 2, 3 and 4, it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Got that swing to it, okay? D minor, C, two bars on the A there. First bar on the A just staying straight down, and then the second bar our strumming pattern. Then that all repeats. D minor, C, F, C, A. Okay, then it goes back to D minor, and this is kind of like the end of the verse, or you can think of it as a little bridge leading off to the next section. We go to D minor and we do this. We do 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so we hit that down on 1, then we start down and up in, and we don't stop. 2 bars worth there. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, that leads you off to the next section, which is going to be down the page for me and over the page for you. It is the pre-chorus, and it does a really interesting thing here. So it switches out from D minor to D major. Okay. So we have here our same strumming pattern, and now 2 bars of D, 2 bars of G, C, 2 bars, then F, A7. You could just play A, that would be absolutely fine. I think the A7 is a little bit stronger there, bit more of a pull back to D minor. Okay, so we change back to minor there. So pre-chorus again, D, G, C, F, A7. Okay, and then we'll go over to the chorus. It kind of rolls straight into this next bit. D minor, G, D minor, G, C, F, A7. Okay, now that's the main body of the chorus there. It's probably got the toughest transitions in them. So you've got a G to C change in the same bar there. G, 1, 2, C, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So really got to get that G to C change working. If you're struggling with that, just hit them on 1 and 3. That'll do the job. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll still sound good, and that'll give you the time to get from one chord to the next. From that C, straight off to F. Okay, so it's a bit of a run here. G, C, F. A7, could be A, D minor. We've got this 2-bar phrase that we had before, where we do just straight down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is now the backing for the intro riff. So in the chorus, it kind of brings back that intro. You have the bass and perhaps another guitar go to that descending pattern. And these are the chords that would fit in behind that. So after your mammoth G, C, F, A7, you could go here. Go to the strumming I just showed you. 2 bars D minor, 2 bars of A, okay, or A7 if you prefer. And that is all the parts in this one really. That just kind of goes round. All of that goes round twice, and then it cuts back to a pre-chorus and plays out through the chorus, and that's the end. Okay, so that's all the bits and pieces in there. Have some fun with that one. And I'll see you next time.